Live from the StreamYard studios in Lake St. Louis, Missouri, it's Between the Lines with Rob Reynolds. Brought to you by Compass Health Consultants. We have a plan for you. And now, Between the Lines. Well, you know what? I've been to the zoo, and St. Louis has a great zoo, I have to tell you. One of the best in the country, right up there with San Diego and all of them. St. Louis is a great zoo. I did not see Marlin Perkins there. He's dead. But anyway, I wanted to point out a couple things to you about the zoo. And I've noticed that a lot of times, if we'll just pay attention to what we're doing and kind of watch and listen and watch people and see what they do, well, it'll bring a smile to their face. So I hope in the next few minutes, what I'm going to tell you will bring a smile to your face. While I was at the zoo, I thought, you know what? Here I am. I'm looking at this tiger down there, birdie tiger. And I was thinking, wonder what he's thinking. And just by looking at him, I think he was thinking, I'd like to jump out there and bite your arm off. That's kind of what I think I saw go through his mind. And then he said, oh, there's a little kid there going over to the side. He gets too close and I'll be right on him. But he didn't. And then we walked around the corner and there was the bears. And the bears weren't doing much. They just were laying up on, they were polar bears. They were just laying up on a white slab of what looked like ice. And they were just thinking, I live in the winter climate. What are you doing here? And if you don't quit looking at me, I'm going to jump down there and cause a scene right here. But they kind of got a blank stare. Then I got a real shock. I went to the monkey house. Well, I've never wanted to think what the monkeys were thinking when they were doing what monkeys do at the zoo. But I thought, I think they're just making fun of us. But then I got to thinking, if I was a monkey, I think I would do exactly what those guys do every day. And you know what that is. I'm not going to tell you, but monkeys, that's what they do. And then we stopped at the reptile house. Has these little aquariums and there's snakes laying in there. And I know because I looked at some of their eyeballs in there and I said, you know what that snake says? He says, I'd like to stick my fangs so far in your arm you wouldn't be able to get them out with a hook. And he said, you might think you're cool. You wouldn't last 15 seconds with me. But they just lay there all day. And I know they're annoyed when people are going, beating on the cage or saying, just let me at you. Let me get out here and have you step on me. You're mine. Well, the last stop we made was the kangaroo, or not the kangaroos. They weren't out today, but the giraffes were. And the giraffes, I know they were thinking, you know what? We're better than these people. We're a good foot over their shoulders. So I'm not even going to hardly look down at them. I'm just going to eat grass and walk around with my big stilty legs and let them watch me because we're better than they are. Well, you think about that the next time you go to the zoo. And I tell you another thing that you need to think about. Did you ever think about the commercials that we watch and the medicines that they advertise? Well, they got medicines, they'll do everything. They'll grow hair, they'll take hair off, they'll grow hair, they'll make you quit itching, they'll make you lose weight, anything you want. But anything comes with a price. You ever notice the things that they all might be for side effects? Like may cause breathing problems or may cause stomach upset or projectile vomiting or diarrhea out of control. Now, who in the right mind I'm just going to take what you got. I'll go ahead with a little itching. I don't need any projectile vomiting. And you know what? We never even listen. We never even pay attention to what's going on. Here's a good one. May cause shortness of breath, may even stop breathing. One thing you don't want to do is stop breathing. because you're taking a medicine to help with your breathing. you, you got to be careful. These people, they have so many things that they want to sell you on that they're liable to say anything. Like, do not eat. Well, you just bought a steak and you opened up and says, do not eat. What's the matter? I don't get it. It's the same as when you go down a street and you see signs on the road. A sign that says like slow child ahead. Well, they don't have any punctuation. Should it be slow child ahead or slow child ahead or slow child ahead? Which one is it? And it's like I said, everything that you run across can be funny if you're just not so serious all the time. Well, I tell you what I want to do. We're going to run a little fun contest here, and I want you to remember you're going to need to get on my Facebook page where you're listening to this right now, and I want you to pick out a show that you used to love to watch that is not on TV anymore. And I'm going to pick the first three that are different than duplicates. And we'll send them a Starbucks gift card. And we'll give them a shout out and see what they're doing and, kind of give them a little airtime here. Now, I'm going to name 5 or 6 places, or not places, 5 or 6 shows that I used to watch. And those will be ones that you can't say those because those are kind of like we're seeding the garden. Then you come up with ones that you hope have never been heard, and then we'll reward those that have the extra special ones. Now, this is kind of like when you say to your kids, "Did you ever watch Hawaii Five-O?" And they say, "What? What's that?" They never heard of that show. Well, that's one of them. I watched Hawaii Five-O a lot. Now, not the new one, the old one, the one that had Wolfat, Dano, and Ken-Ho Kelly, and all of those good guys. How about this one? Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Ooh, it was good. I think it was Monday night, and I used to love it whenever that stub would get down to the bottom and a big old squid or whatever get on it, and you thought, huh, how are they going to get out of this? You'd never know. And then, of course, on Sunday night, Mannix and his secretary Peggy. Followed by that, you had Cannon. Remember that Cannon? How about Kojak? Very good one, old Kojak. And then I'm going to name one that I hate to name this because this is such a good one that I want someone to get it. But it used to be one of my favorite shows to watch, and it was Laugh In. Just a silly, stupid show, but I loved it. I just like it. I like that soldier, like very interesting. That was the old Laugh In show. Well, I've got a bunch more of them here. But I want you to name them. I probably got 35 more here that I watched, not all at once. I watched them. And if you have one, well, you put it down. If no one else gets it, we're going to choose 3 people that have ones that have not been listed, give them a little shout out and go from there. And I hope while you're doing that, when you watch those shows, you thought, you know what, it was fun. I had fun. I got me a big bowl of popcorn and I had me a nice Coca-Cola, and I love that. That's back in your childhood, that back during the good old days. So I tell you what, I hope that you've had a smile. That's our only interest here. I want you to kind of get away from the stress of the day and the politics and all that's on it. Just have a relaxing day and a smile. That's the biggest thing. If you can smile just one time. Not to smile about, but you know what? There are a lot of things to smile about, and I think maybe we've named a couple of them today. And we've come to the end of the line on Between the Lines. Now you watch those, get your shows in there so we can do it because I want to name you and I want to talk to you and I want to send you this Starbucks card. So you have a great day. I hope you smile just a little, and we'll see you next time on Between the Lines. So long now.